Hey guys, how is everybody doing today? It's Monday after the Trail 50 race. I'm doing pretty good considering all those plants have really been helping me recover. I have been feeling like a newborn baby though, needing to be fed every 2 to 4 hours. Even at night, I've been waking up in the middle of the night just so hungry and so sore and having to get up and eat. Hey guys, so it is Tuesday, 3 days after the ultra. The soreness is still in the legs, but not too bad. The sun just came out. Duke is bored, so I'm gonna take him for a ride on the bike. Definitely not running today or tomorrow. I thought about heading to the gym and doing some upper body, but my back still kind of hurts, my shoulders. So tomorrow I'll hit the gym for some weightlifting. Come here. I have no idea how I got him to not attack it because the remote... Oh, it was working. You just didn't care, did you? I'm shaking. He just about got a face full of quills. Duke? Well, hello there. How is everybody doing today? I am doing excellent. It's 4 days after the race. My legs are still kind of sore. I did get to the gym this morning and did just a little bit of upper body for 45 minutes. Yeah, I know. I have a hard time resting. I love to move. So I want to talk about what I ate kind of up to the race and during the race. So I started to change my nutrition strategy a couple days before the race. I started eating more nuts and seeds, just getting more fat into my diet, so therefore I have less bulk, less fiber, and the fat helps things kind of go smoother through your system without as much fiber from vegetables and fruit. And I also was eating more whole grains, rice, pasta, and oats mixed with fruit and stuff like that. So that helps because you don't want so much bulk in your guts when you start a all-day race. So for breakfast that morning I had oatmeal with berries and I had quite a few almonds and then some green juice, and that was pretty much it. I kept it simple. I didn't want to stuff myself. Too many times in the past I've just tried to eat so much food, and then you're just so full. And like my first 50-mile road ultra, oh man, I had a stomachache the whole time because I ate too much for breakfast. But the day before I was constantly kind of munching. I ate like a whole bag of dried apricots. Once again, it's a concentrated form of food without as much fiber. So that helps so that in the morning, it was 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning when I got up, I could go to the bathroom and then not be running out in the middle of the woods and have to go to the bathroom. So it worked out perfectly. I don't know how that happens sometimes, but it does. Also, another thing that I was doing, I was adding some supplements to my diet, and I didn't really discuss it before the race because I have had some people question me about the vegan protein powders and such. And I've read a lot of books, and the people that have been doing this for a long time, not me, they take the protein powders and they take some of the supplements and they say they help. And I felt like I needed all the help in the world with this race. So I not only upped my fat intake to help my body tap into my fat source for that all-day run, I also increased my protein with the vegan protein powders. Sprouted brown rice protein, hemp protein was what I had been using. As well as I started using L-glutamine, the amino acid that is most prevalent in your muscles that helps you recover and repair your muscles. I started using that about a month before the race, just like 3 grams or so a day, give or take. I also started lifting right after my last ultra, the 15.5-hour timed ultra. I started lifting 3 to 4 times a week, 1 hour 45 minutes to 1 hour each time, instead of like twice a week. I was doing like 2 to 3 times a week, 20 to 40 minutes here and there. I started getting serious lifting weights. I cut down my mileage a little bit, and I upped the intensity because I felt like I needed the muscle, I needed the strength, and I needed to deal with the intensity. So I think that really helped. I'm gonna keep hitting the gym hard and keeping my miles around. I was only doing around 40 to 55-ish miles a week in the 5 weeks between the 2 races, 5 or 6 weeks. So one more thing that I just kind of stumbled upon, that I decided like I said, I felt like I needed every little inch that I needed, every little inch that I could to help me in this insane race. And I bought this. It is a supplement. It's sodium phosphate. Hammer Race Day Boost. You take it 1 to 4 times, 4 days in a row before your race. So I took it twice on Tuesday, 3 times on Wednesday, 3 times on Thursday, and 4 times on Friday before the race, and then you don't take it for the race. It's some sort of, I think it has something to do with ATP to help your muscles with regenerating or generating energy. And I'm telling you what, I really think it helped me, because I had no lack of energy. I had no lack of motivation to keep putting one foot in front of the other. The pain was actually not as intense as I've felt in some of my other ultras. It might be all the things together. It might be a placebo effect. I don't know. But all I know is I was one of 7 women that finished. One of 7 women that finished. One of 48 people that finished. Only 48 people finished that race. 91 signed up. Also, the 50K, because with this race, for the 50 milers, you turn around and you do the 20-mile loop again to make it a 51-mile race. It isn't a 50 miles, 51. 120 people signed up for that 50K. Only 86 actually got a time. And part of those 86 were people from the 50-miler, because if you didn't make that cutoff, you got the 50K time. So there were so many people that didn't finish their race. Food. I was just planning on doing the gels and the hammer heat, and the hammer heat at the aid stations, they made it really weak, and I had put mine in my backpack and I made it strong. I wanted to make sure I had the sugar. So it was like water with a hint of watermelon, and I mean, I'm not going to sit and complain and tell them to put some more in it. So it just wasn't giving me enough sugar. So, and then when I would try to eat the gels alone, kind of like, I can eat them, but my stomach wasn't really wanting them. And then I saw these at the aid stations, and I kept a wrapper just to make sure how horribly non-vegan it is. It's really not that bad. It's almost 100% vegan, except for there's honey in it, which I don't consider honey a vegan ingredient or non-vegan ingredient. I just don't. And there is a little bit of milk in one of the ingredients as semi-sweet chocolate. But this was the only thing they had on there besides fig bars and like pickles and gels. And they had like applesauce, but I wanted something sustainable. 250 calories a bar, 110 calories as fat, and I ate like 4 or 5 of these, along with the I had a Cliff Bar with me. So the fat, when I ate it, I couldn't believe it, because I kind of glanced at the nutrition label and was like, well, here goes nothing. But my body was fine with it. And then besides that, I didn't eat that many gels for the whole race. I probably had 4 or 5 of the gels that I brought. And then these bars were a lifesaver. At like mile 39, 40, when I wanted that sugary heat or Gatorade or something sugary, they had Coke throughout the whole race, Coke and Mountain Dew, and there was one glass left on that table at that 4 o'clock cutoff time, and I said, did I make it? And I grabbed it and I slammed it, and I was like, that's what I needed. I needed the sugar, because like the Hammer Heat that they had mixed was not sweet enough for me. And then the last aid station, they had another glass of Coke there, and I slammed that one too. And I had fig bars, just the fig Newton bars. I don't know if they're vegan. You know, when you're out in the middle of the woods trying to push your body to the limits, you have to eat what you can ingest. And the fig bars and the bare naked bars is what fueled me for this race, and 2 glasses of Coke and Hammer Heat. So my statistics, I was one of 7 women that finished, so I was a 7th place for women. I was 47th out of 48 people that finished that race. I was one of the last people to cross that finish line. So I am still pretty ecstatic about how I performed. The only thing I did wrong was those shoes, those giant shoes. I should have known better that they were too big for me. And if I had just put my original trail shoes on, I probably would have saved myself 20 minutes. Absolutely would have saved myself 20 minutes, because the first 10 miles took me way too long because those shoes were slipping and sliding. And then when I got back to the start, my car was kind of like 300 yards that way, so I had to run to my car. And I mean, I was in such a panic mode when I grabbed onto that blister and I just like pulled it, and the thought going through my mind was, oh my God, I just ruined my chances to finish this race. And then I went, bam, don't even think like that, wipe it away, do what you can and get going. So other than that, I don't feel like I really did anything that I shouldn't have done. That was the only thing that I feel like could have ruined my race. And for those first 10 miles when my feet were slipping and sliding, I kept saying to myself, oh my gosh, should I change my shoes? Should I change my shoes? And I was like, I have to. And I'm so, so glad that I did. So that's all that I have right now for you guys. I just wanted to let you know how I felt that I finished this crazy endeavor. I just want to thank you so much for all of your positive words, cheering me on overseas and out there. Just every time I thought that I might not make it, I thought of you guys, and my heart just swelled with happiness and gratitude, and I pushed myself as hard as I possibly could. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions at all, I do want to give a quick shout out to the viewer that asked me about blisters, because those right socks and the trail loop, that was a lifesaver. If I hadn't had that, I do not know what would have happened. So thank you guys so much for helping me. Alright? So thank you, thank you, thank you so much for watching.
We gotta do much more than believe if we really wanna change things. We gotta do much more than believe if we wanna see the world change.